Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 3. We are here with race number 6 at the Marble GP USA, another Marble GP track by our very own Iceman. So see how they perform after their really good performance in the last race. Currently on the standings we have Azur and Jimmy tied for that number 1 spot with 112 points. That's very close. Up at the top, Marnie dropped a little bit but was just behind with 104 in third. Superboss 2 points behind the top 3 with 102. And Iceman with 95, Pesky Bird with 89, Cheese with 81, Boer with 75 and Demon with 70. Bit of a rocky start at the bottom of the standings. We'll see how they can do on today's race. So now over to the track. Here we are, Marble GP USA. There's always hope, well, there's always hope. So, quick look around the track. The race will be starting over by the Big Apple, making your way through the city streets, or I suppose above the city streets, then down onto Route 66, all the way along here, up to a ladder into the desert, or desert for the trees, making your way through. Little drop into the water and straight back out again through a little like plinko pinball type machine area, up another ladder through a bunch of rocks. I know Iceman will probably correct me on a bunch of what these areas were. I know I've been on this track before, but I've forgotten. The Vegas section and the Rocky Mountains, there you go. Yeah, the Vegas section and then through the Rocky Mountains and then back into the Big Apple. Yeah, the Plinko Park could be very interesting indeed. That could cost some people a lot of time. That could make or break your race. But let's get the races in. Reverse order from the last results. So we have Marnie starting up at the front and Iceman starting at the back. Just checking, this music sounds really loud in my ear, but I think it's the same volume it normally is. Don't know why it's sounding especially loud today. Okay. Yep, just ignore that. So let's get on with the race. And let's get the countdown going. You hear no music. As they're off into the first corner. Okay, so it can't be that loud then. So Pesky Bird leading. I see Iceman did redeem a hydrate, but we will not be hydrating mid-race. But actually, you know what? There is a long straight. I can do it here. But in the future, the hydrates will not be happening during a race. So, Pesky Bird not leading anymore, dropping a little bit. Iceman and Superboss now side by side as Marnie then comes through to take the lead. Iceman's going to try and push back. Guess who's last? Unfortunately, we're at the back. Big leap there for Pesky Bird. It is very neck and neck up at the front. A lot of position trading. And onto the ladder there is some bounce backs there, but it's going to be Marnie and Superboss side by side. Then Iceman. We're struggling with Jimmy there getting on, and Azur is now trailing a little bit. but it is early. There are 3 laps. It is quite a long track. And coming off the top, Superboss and Marnie on the left side, Iceman, Pescybird and Demon opting for the right. We've got Cheese, Jimmy and Boer. Jimmy and Boer going straight down the middle, which is probably the better line here, as they're both going to have a lot of speed. Jimmy's going to collide with Demon, both getting past Cheese. Boer making a great lunge through the opening, just getting blocked out by Pescybird on the inside. But gaining a few spots, moving up to 5th, is going to push through the inside to get past Pescybird on the next corner. And Pescybird almost taking that position back, but a bad bounce is going to be costly. So Boer is now up into 4th. Just getting stopped by Manny. Demon hot on the tail, going for the overtake up the inside and pulls it off. Manny getting blocked by Iceman. Is going to block Demon as well. The 2 teammates having a bit of a collision there, means Boer's going to get back through as we head down to the next ladder in the water section. And Boer with a perfect entry there. Manny and Demon going to be side by side with Boer. Iceman leading. Superboss in 5th. Then Jimmy, Pescybird, Cheese and Azur still trailing a little bit as we head into the Vegas section. This is where your race can be ruined. Lots of bouncing around. Iceman's through very clean. Marnie's through very clean as well. They're going to be side by side going onto the ladder together. Then Demon gets on in 3rd. Boer makes it on in 4th. Pescybird blocking Superboss, but doesn't quite work. Just pulls it up enough to keep the position ahead. Jimmy's going to try and squeeze on, but having difficulties, a lot of difficulties actually getting on. And Azur, I was going to say, where is Azur? Where is Cheese as well? Do we have a Cheese? We do not. We are missing a Cheese. Cheese is off the track. That is where Cheese is. Cheese has left. They don't want any more of this and have left. Currently ahead of Azur. If Azur gets knocked free, then they will retake that spot. But that is going to be race over for Cheese. Yep, F's in the chat for Cheese there. And Azur currently stuck, will end up a lap down, but currently leading. Iceman being quite a strong start here, but Marnie not letting them get away easily. Demon and Boer side by side. Best performance so far for the 2 of them. A rocky start to this season so far. Pescybird and Superboss also side by side. It is going to be a tough spot. If Azur can be freed, they'll at least gain 1 position, and as we know, every point matters. So back through the Big Apple section, Marnie tried to chase down Iceman. Boer is in front of Demon and actually pushes Demon back there. Gonna lose some time. Pescybird and Superboss colliding. Pescybird coming out better from that collision, just in front of Superboss. A lot of action going on up at the front. It's very close as we head onto the 2nd lap of the race. And coming out of the first hairpin, Iceman still holding Marnie back, not leaving space for the pass. So heading down to the long straight of Route 66. Let's see what happens down here. The bounces and the boosters can make for some interesting different paces down this straight. We're calling that Iceman has a home advantage. Could have that argument. So Marnie's struggling to gain here. They're both pretty even. So we can see Boer, Demon, Pescybird, Superboss and Jimmy. Iceman breaking away a bit going into the corner. Yeah, creator advantage is probably the better term to use than home advantage. Boer is gaining slightly on Marnie. Marnie losing a bit of time through that section. Iceman with a good entry onto the ladder. Marnie's going to get bounced backwards twice. Boer gets 1 rebound, meaning Demon's going to slide on and take 3rd place on the ladder. Pesky Bird having some difficulties. He's going to lose a bit of time there. And then we have Jimmy making their way over to the ladder as well. A little bit of a slowdown. But Marnie's got some good speed here, closing that gap on Iceman very fast. A good exit as well means Marnie's going to make the pass up the inside. Iceman rolling slow along the outside lane. And this is a chance for Marnie to make some time and break away in that first position. Iceman is losing a bit of time through here, not running very quick. Demon hot on the tail as well now. Superboss has managed to get past Boer, but is very close still at the top. Going onto the ladder in the water section, Boer having some difficulties, does make it on before Pesky Bird can get there. Superboss now side by side with Demon. So things are very close here in the top 6. Into the Vegas section. Iceman is going to get the pass, but it's going to bounce backwards. Superboss is looking for an opportunity here to gain some positions. Marnie does make it through. Superboss has a great run through that section, but just getting blocked out by Iceman there. Demon getting blocked out by Superboss, but Superboss just being consistent, making their way up 1 position at a time, has now found themselves in 3rd. Demon and Boer will be side by side coming off this ladder, and then we have Jimmy. And Pesky Bird has managed to get stuck, and actually got stuck on one of the bouncers. One of the bumpers, which is interesting. Hasn't bounced them away. So Pesky Bird and Azur are currently stuck. Pesky Bird could probably get freed from that position. Azur currently still not being freed. Is definitely going to be a race saver. They have 1 more lap for a chance to get freed and try and take that 8th spot from Cheese, who is currently way off the track in the middle of nowhere. But Marnie leading, Iceman in 2nd, Superboss in 3rd, Boer chasing them down in 4th. Very good line through there. Bit more speed means Boer's going to cut up the inside of Superboss. Going to do some blocking, but side by side going onto the ladder. Superboss, Boer and Iceman. Very close for that 2nd place battle. And Jimmy currently trailing a bit, just having a gentle race around, holding a steady 6th place. So Superboss is going to be leading the 2nd place pack, with Boer just behind, and Iceman coming out worse from that release, and a big pile up into the corner. Boer's going to make the overtake. It's going to force Superboss back, and Iceman's going to collide with Superboss, forcing them into the wall. Meaning Iceman's going to go for position to 3rd, and Superboss is going to drop to 4th. And Boer's going to pinch Iceman back there, causing a bit of a pile up with Superboss, trying to make a bit of a gap away from that 3rd place battle. And trying to chase down the race leader as we go into the final lap, and Superboss setting fastest lap. Demon is now right on the tail of Superboss. So going into the final lap is still very, very close, and all to play for up at the top here. In fact, Boer has managed to get past Marnie, is now leading the race. Going onto the main straight, Boer's going to block Marnie there. Marnie went for a lunge of an overtake. Boer having some difficulties on this section, seeming to have difficulties keeping some momentum. Iceman's trying to look for an inside. Boer tried to block but just missed out, going up against the wall. Marnie's running a little bit slow on the inside. Further back, you can see Demon and Superboss just behind. Iceman makes the overtake. Yep, Jimmy, if everyone gets through the Vegas section okay, then it does look like he will be sitting with that 6th place, which isn't the worst. It is still good points. And Iceman onto the ladder first. Manny gets on 2nd. We're having some difficulties there, but Demon's going to come on and give them a little nudge. So some trouble there for Boer trying to get onto the ladder on the side. I know we've seen this happen a few times before. Superboss will now be side by side with Boer, and Boer's going to just try and push them as close to the edge as possible, which might slow them down a bit because it will pinch them on the exit, and it works very well. Might give Demon the chance to get an overtake, but they're just going to block them out. It is really close here with the top 5. Superboss just squeezing up the inside of Boer there. Boer's going to have a better line on the next corner. But Superboss with a bit more speed. Both of them quicker than Marnie means they're going to make the pass. Iceman's going to try and break away in the lead. Coming around to the second half of the final lap. It is Iceman, Superboss, Boer with a bit more speed on Superboss there, but just won't quite catch before the drop. And then Marnie and Demon. We'll see what happens on the ladder here. Superboss having some difficulties. Boer gets on perfect, meaning they're just behind them. Marnie's going to block Demon. But Iceman has a nice lead going for them at this point. But I think it's all going to be decided in the Vegas section. Iceman entering the right side, so very good bounce. And Iceman has got stuck. It is drama in the Vegas section as Iceman has got stuck after quite a strong lead going into this section. Pesky Bird's been set free. It's going to be sent backwards. Boer comes out leading. Marnie 2nd. Demon actually tied 2nd on the ladder. The 2 Eternal Darkness teammates. And then Superboss in 4th. This looks like it could be race over for Iceman. Currently in 5th. Jimmy may gain a position here. Jimmy's got stuck as well. Jimmy is also stuck. So Jimmy will not be gaining that position. So Iceman will be holding a 5th place. Jimmy is going to be in 6th. So it all comes down to the top 5 here. In fact, no, sorry, Pesky Bird's out. It's all down to the top 4. Pesky Bird is a lap behind. Absolute drama on the final lap in the Vegas section. What more can you expect from the UMR series, though? And Boer currently leading. We'll see how the entry is onto the ladder. There is a bounce. This is a chance for Marnie. Boer does make it on in time. Marnie's going to wait for the next round. Superboss actually not quite getting blocked by Demon. Ends up worse for Demon there. You always fail in the races where you attend the stream. Is unfortunate events. Unfortunate events. And Boer leading as we're going through the final section of the race. We will see if Boer can keep hold of it through the final corners, with Marnie, Superboss and Demon all very close behind. As we watch the remaining 4 making their way round, going into the final corner of the race. Not a great start to the series, but Boer is going to take the win on race 6. Marnie's going to take 2nd. Superboss is going to take 3rd with a fastest lap for the bonus point. Demon is going to take 4th place. And I think we are going to see the positions stay locked for everyone else with the DNF timer. So it is likely going to be Iceman in 5th, Jimmy in 6th, Pesky Bird in 7th, dropping Cheese down to 8th, Azure in 9th. But Cheese was already in 8th. Yeah, Pesky Bird 7th, Cheese 8th, Azure 9th. Azure was the one that didn't get set free to reclaim that position. So we're going to go over to the winning marble cam as we wait for the DNF timer to count down. So congratulations to Boer, claps in the chat. Good race all round, very dramatic finish and a very dramatic final lap. It's very close all the way down to the end. A great race on Marble GP USA. And there we go, 4 finishers. What a race. So now I'm going to go put the results on the leaderboard, and I will be back with the updated standings following this race. And I'm sure there's going to be a few position changes. It's going to be interesting. 30 seconds longer and Pesky Bird would have overtaken you. Yeah, a little bit longer. I mean, Azure could have also got set free. Who knows? Jimmy just got set free there. You know, a little bit longer on that timer, and positions could have been a little bit different. Iceman could have dropped a couple of positions. But yes, I'll be back in 1 minute. I'm just going to go put the results in and be back with the standings. Okay, the results have been entered. And let's go have a look at the updated standings following that race. So there's been a bit of movement on the standings. Marnie is now back in that #1 spot after that strong finish. Quite a good, consistent season so far for Marnie. 129 points in the lead. Jimmy is going to be second with 127 points. Superboss is in third with 125. 1 point ahead of Azure with 124. That 1 point being that fastest lap. I told you, every point matters. Iceman is going to be in 5th with 112. Then Boer in 6th with 105. Pesky Bird 7th with 103. Cheese in 8th with 94. And Demon in 9th with 89. So we're starting to see the 100 score, 100 points getting broken now. We are 6 races in. I see that hydrate coming. Oh, I can do the hydrate now that we've finished the race. And a quick look at the chat as well. So there's anything I missed while I was doing that. No, Pesky Bird, yeah, you got a 7th. It was a very close race. All the way down to the end. Very close. A lot of action, a lot of drama in that final lap. 6 different winners across 6 different races. Indeed, there have been. Keeping it interesting. Can we see a 7th different winner on race 7 on the Oval Speedway? We'll have to find out tomorrow. So you can see Superboss, fastest lap. Those are the standings. Another race. Actually, there probably won't be another race, but this went by quite quick actually, looking at the time. Definitely thought it would have been longer than that. But yeah, this stream actually wasn't as long as I thought it was. But yeah, no other race today, but we do have the Oval Speedway coming up tomorrow. And that can be known for losing a few competitors off it. Historically, a bit of a elimination race there. Last season I had like 14 laps in this GP. I don't think I did on this one. I'm pretty sure this has the same laps that I did last time I ran it. So I don't think I changed the number of laps for this one. Glad I went 3 laps and not 4. Oh well, we can make note for the next season anyway. Any that did fall a bit short can always extend a bit. It's the measuring up the YouTube and Twitch content. So obviously the people watching live love the much longer races, even though I feel like maybe they might get boring over time. It seems that you lot would happily watch a race for hours around the same track. So you definitely seem to enjoy the ones that go on for a bit longer. But of course, for the YouTube side of things, the longer vids don't necessarily do as well when it comes to like accessibility, I'd say. I might be wrong there, but I know the YouTube contents are usually kept a little bit on the shorter side, so I try and find that balance in between where we get a good race length that suits both. So yeah, try and aim for that kind of 20 to 30 minutes, sometimes maybe 45 minutes at most. And that way it kind of fits both needs. And then sometimes I'll do something afterwards on the stream to keep the stream going, whether it's the same sort of thing or something different, a different game. I like to mix things up a little bit as well. But yeah, all of that out of the way. And for those that are watching on YouTube, if you've made it this far through, please subscribe if you're enjoying what you're seeing. Leave a like to let me know if you are enjoying it, or even a comment down below. All of that really helps out. And head over to the Discord if you want to take part. I'm trying to get this bigger and better every season going forward. 24-hour stream confirmed. You know what? One day I think I probably would. Not anytime soon, but I wouldn't rule it out. But I would need people watching a good portion of it, so I can stay interacting with people to make it through like that sort of length of a stream. But that is going to do it for this stream. Great race, bit of a change up in the standings, and we will be back tomorrow at the same time with another race, so make sure you tune in to watch that one as well. But that is it. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.